everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a different kind of video. As you probably know, back in 2019, tier lists were extremely popular and I've seen a few people do them recently, so I think they're coming back. So I have looked for this one and I can't find it anywhere, so I thought that I would just sit down. I've made a tier list of Gilmore Girls characters and we're just gonna sit down and rate them because fun. I know this obviously isn't my usual content, but I just thought it'd be a really fun thing to do. This is obviously just my opinion. If you disagree, then I'm sorry. If you agree, then great, you have taste. I couldn't find a Gilmore Girls one already on the website, so I've made one. So if I've forgotten any important characters, then I'm sorry, but I don't think that I have. We have got 5 categories. We love, pretty cool, meh, could be worse, and I want to punch you. So let's just jump right in. So firstly, we have Miss Rory Gilmour, and you would think that Rory Gilmour, being one of the main characters, Gilmore Girls, Rory Gilmour, would be on We Love. I am not going to put her there. I am going to put her in Pretty Cool, purely because I think Rory Gilmour had the worst character development ever, like from any show. She started off as a really sweet, loyal, smart, hardworking, motivated girl to just an entitled, cheating little bitch. Like, I really liked her. Like, when I was watching the show growing up, like, I've seen Gilmore Girls a million and one different times, but when I watched the show growing up, I really, really liked her. But especially in the Year in the Life, I'm just sort of like, what are you doing? Like, she went into an interview without, like, any preparation. Yeah, she thought she already had the job, but, like, that's just not something Rory would do. I think she's cheated on, like, every boyfriend. It's just a bit like, I don't know, she's just, I obviously like her. She's a good character. I just think that her character development was insanely poor. Next we have Suki St. James, and this is difficult for me because regardless of Melissa McCarthy as an actress, I think she's amazing. As the character Suki, I think she's really quirky. I really like her. See, I was starting the sentence being like, oh, I'm gonna put her in Pretty Cool, but I think I might put her in We Love. I just think that she's always working, she's got kids, she's got like the perfect relationship with Jackson, she's such a good friend to Lorelai. Yeah, I'm gonna put her in We Love. Yeah, I like Suki. Next we have Kirk, who I think is one of the best characters. I think he's in like my top 5 characters in Gilmore Girls. He's funny, he's quirky, the show wouldn't be the same without him. I love any episode that's got him in it and there's like a little part of him, like there's just, anything he does is just weird and I love it. And I think his character development was good. I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna pop him in We Love. Okay, next is this fucking little bitch. I can't remember her name. It's Dean's little sister. Clara. Yeah, Clara's a little bitch. I don't like her. She was so annoying. There was an episode where, oh, emails. There was an episode where Rory and Dean had already broken up, but they were trying to be friends, and her and Jess had just got together. And we'll get on to Jess in a minute because I have a lot to say about Jess. But Clara was being such an annoying child when they went to that festival thing together. And like, what's worse is that when you have kids like that, you need a strong parent to be able to tell them to shut the fuck up. And nobody did. Dean was all like, oh, I'll get you candy floss, Clara. I'll get you this, Clara. I didn't do that. And Rory's like, she's cute. No, she's annoying. She's so fucking annoying. Ugh. Plus, when Rory then went over to Dean's house after they broke up, or after her and Dean broke up, I don't know. She went over to Dean's house at one point where she like wanted to get back together with him. And Clara was like, making a whole scene at the door and started crying, and it was just like, oh, shut up. She's annoying, I don't like her. Now, Scala is a sticky one. For me, I think it's a sticky one. Because there are times where I thought that she was such a good friend to Rory. But at the same time, when they were in Chilton together, she annoyed me. There were so many cringy, cheesy lines, oh my god. Like, oh my god. And I don't think her character development was that great either. Like, when they went to Yale, she was a little bit better than obviously she was in Chilton. But then, like, she threw Rory out when Rory got the editor job at the Yale Daily News, which was just a bit like, okay. Then obviously that was like Paris's whole character, I understand that. But, I don't know, I don't know, it's a bit of a sticky one. She's just a bit of like an annoying character for me. I feel like if Paris wasn't a part of the show, not that much would have changed. Like, even in the like early days when she was at Chilton and stuff, obviously it like helped the show because obviously otherwise it would just be Rory in class. But you know, with Tristan and like Madeline and Louise, I feel like have more of a storyline, like backstoryline. backstory than Paris. You know, Louise is a very like into her looks and very like men, guys, oh my god, like, and Madeline was very like stupid, and they were like best friends. I kind of liked them, I think, more. But then again, I understand why Paris and her were friends. Do you know what? I'm gonna stick her in there because I don't think she's better. She's a better character than Rory. But yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna stick her in there. Frickin' Sherry can fuck right off into I Want to Punch You. Don't get me wrong, I was never a Lorelai and Christopher shipper because I don't like Christopher that much. I think that everyone in the beginning of the show way too like often just sort of forgives Christopher for never putting in any effort with Rory. I understand that Lorelai was the one that didn't want to get married. She wanted to keep Rory and then she ran away when Rory was 2 and like went to the inn and like started her life there. But Christopher could have sort of come in at any point, do you know what I mean? Like I understand the beginning, but then what, he went for like 14 years of barely making any effort. I think they forgave him far too quickly for that because I just don't think that's on. I think Lorelai was a great mother in the sense of, you know, she was always like, you know, the door's always been open for Rory, you know, you've hardly ever used it, you know, that's good, but I just think everyone forgave him far too quickly. And like Rory being like so excited whenever he shows up and stuff, like it's just, I don't like it. Maybe that's just my own issues. So when Suki and Jackson got married, Christopher and Lorelai were starting to see each other, and obviously he then sort of ditched Lorelai because he was like, I have to get back together with Sherry, she's pregnant. That's not Sherry's fault. Like I don't not like her because of that, that's not her fault. I don't like her because she got far too thingy with Rory. It really pissed me off the episode where they came to see Rory, and it was the first time they were all meeting, and then Lorelai went into the kitchen to get some drinks and Sherry was all like, oh, we don't have to be friends, like basically I've got nothing to do with you. Like, that's just, like she said that she desperately wanted to get to know Rory, which is completely understandable, but I just don't think she did it in the right way. Plus, then she just ditched her kid and like got a job in Paris. Like, she's just annoying, I just don't like her. Anna Hansberger is going straight in, we love, straight away. I actually thought her name was Anna, because obviously they're American, so I thought that her name was Anna Hansberger, but then I tried to find a picture of her and it wouldn't come up, and then I realised it was Anna, and I was like, oh, Anna. But I love Anna. I think that she's pretty, she's sweet, she's nice. She made an effort with Rory from the get-go, even when she thought that Logan and her were broken up when they weren't really broken up. Or were they? Ross and Rachel, were they on a break? Were they not? I wouldn't consider them broken up, but that's just me. She then called Rory on Thanksgiving being like, I'm sorry, like Logan's being a dickhead basically, like you and I can still go shopping. Like she was really like nice about it. And then even at her wedding, she tried to make Rory feel included. Like I just think Anna's a great character, and I think that we should have definitely got to see more of her. I would have liked to see her in the Year in the Life, but she wasn't in it. Continuing with the Hansbergers, we also then have Shira, Logan's mother, who I hate so much. I love the episode so much where Emily is at that event that Rory's put on. He's like, oh my god, your weight goes up and down every few months, and like, you know, he still plays around, blah blah. Loved it.
Money doesn't seem to be an issue. We all have money. Frankly, Emily, there's your money, then there's our money. Oh, now let's talk about your money. You were a two-bit gold digger fresh off the bus from Hicksville when you met Mitchum at whatever bar you happened to stumble into. And what made Mitchum decide to choose you to marry amongst the pack of women he was betting at the time, I'll never know. But hats off to you for bagging him. He's still a playboy, you know. Well, of course you know that would explain why your weight goes up and down 30 pounds every other month. But that's your cross to bear. But these are ugly realities. No one needs to talk about them.
But yeah, she was so rude to Rory at that dinner. Like, she was ridiculously snobby. Like, I hate her. I hate her so much. She's not even worth having more of a conversation about because we hate her. Jess Mariano. Love of my life. Good old Milo. Huh. I think that Jess was a much better character when they weren't together. The things he was doing to try and get Rory, the banter they had, I think that they were much better as friends, I guess. Like, I think later on they should have got back together, which they never did. Even though it's obvious that Jess never really got over her, which I kind of didn't like because I was kind of like, it seems like no one really got over Rory, and it was kind of like, in real life, you would eventually, it might take a while, but you would eventually get over her. Like, you telling me that Jess never met anybody after the age of like, what, how old was he, 18, that he never fell in love with? Like, just a bit like, okay. After they broke up and he started getting his life together, when she was with Logan, I think they would have had an amazing relationship. I think that he would have been so good for her, and vice versa. I think that they were great together. I just think when they were actually together, he was too immature and too messed up to actually treat Rory the way that she should have been treated. Also, I feel like everybody forgets the fact that when they were in Kyle's bedroom, She said stop and no about 4 or 5 times and he didn't, and then got all pissed off.
Just wait. Just wait. Jess.
Jeez.
Not here, not now.
Fine.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing is wrong with me.
Someone could walk in that door.
And Santa Claus could come down the chimney, whatever.
You did not think that it was going to happen like this, did
I
you?
don't know what I think anymore.
Jess.
Rory, stop! Just stop! I did not invite you up here. You came up here on your own.
I don't know what I did.
Like, I understand he was young, he'd probably had a few drinks, but like, I feel like that never gets brought up again, like after that happened. That's like not okay. Although saying that, he's insanely fit and his character development is amazing. Him and Luke get on really well after that. He apologises, he pays him back for some stuff. He even walked Liz down the aisle. Like, I really think he grew up, so I'm gonna stick him in We Love. Mitchum can go freaking... I hate Mitchum so much, there's a plane. I think Mitchum is a bit worse than Shira, purely because Shira was very like straight up and very like forward with the fact that she didn't like Rory. In front of Rory at the dinner when she first met her, I think that she was like, it's not good obviously, but she didn't try and hide it. Whereas Mitchum literally built her up after the dinner, being like, you know, oh, I didn't know what was going on basically. Got her first internship, told her she wasn't good enough. Rory like had a mental breakdown, and then like I just don't. Yeah, he's just, I hate him. I don't like him. So maybe I should move Shira to Could Be Worse, but I really don't like her. No, I'm gonna keep her there. Next we have one of our main characters, Gilmour. Which again is another sticky one for me, because I think that Lorelai is so entitled as well. Like, she also blames Emily for a lot more than Emily's actually done. Don't get me wrong, I think Lorelai's right a good 90% of the time, but there are certain situations where she's very just like, oh my god, my childhood, and it's like, calm down. Also, there are a few scenes where she's just so like rude to people, and I know that it's like main character energy, but like there's a scene where her and Luke have been engaged and she like tells people to shoo. Like, she's literally walking up the gazebo and she's like, shoo, shoo.
Not getting into the romantic spirit.
Oh, with a case full of chick beer under his arm.
Shoo, shoo. Hi, shoo.
And I know that's like meant to be a comedy thing, but it just pissed me off. I was like, that's not funny, that's just rude. Like, maybe I'm being too like sensitive about it, but there are a few like situations like that, and I didn't like it. So I'm gonna stick her with Rory, because neither of them are We Love. I'm gonna stay pretty cool. Brian, it's kind of irrelevant. I've added him because I didn't want to just do like the main characters. Brian was the bass player in Hepalien, which was Lane's band. I didn't hate him. I think he was fine. Like, there was a few things he said that were funny. He was kind of just a bit like irrelevant, like I said. Like, obviously it helped Lane's storyline, but I don't hate him. I don't even think it could be worse. I just don't have that many feelings towards him, so I'm gonna stick him in meh, because again, I think the show without him or Paris wouldn't have been that different, so I'm just gonna stick them in the same category. Okay, frickin' Anna Nardini can go right to hell. The way she acted when Luke got in contact with her and said like, you should have told me that, you know, I had a kid. She really tried to back herself up. She barely apologised. She tried to make jokes about it and was just sort of like, well, what do you mean? Like, it is what it is, you know? Well, that's why I didn't tell you. And tried to be so like chill about the situation. Which is not okay. That pissed me off. Then she basically made, everyone blames April for the fact that Luke and Lorelai never got married the first time. And yeah, I don't like April. She's an annoying child and she's so irrelevant, and they really tried hard to like ruin Luke and Lorelai's relationship, the writers, because April was such a pointless part of the show. But when you think about it, it's not really her fault, it's Anna's fault, so she's staying in there. Okay, Dean is an interesting character, because most people, kind of like everyone that watches Vampire Diaries, hate Matt, and there's not really much of a reason to. Everyone feels the same way about Dean, and I understand it. And he's definitely not my favourite boyfriend. He's probably my least favourite boyfriend. He's protective, not in a good way, like overly protective, kind of controlling, very just like annoying. He's got like a really whiny voice, like, don't go, Rory, and it's annoying. However, he tried very hard to make an effort with Rory's mum. Not in the beginning, as in like when they were together, he was really good. I hated the way he was when she invited him over, when they just started seeing each other. I thought he was really rude and like, just like, I didn't like it. Once him and Rory were together, I think he tried really hard and they were great and they all hung out and it was nice. And him and Rory got on really, really well. And I thought they were like kind of the perfect couple for like, you know, 16-year-old's first relationship. I think he treated her really well. He didn't force her or pressure her into doing anything. He freaking made her a car, for God's sake. Like, I think he was good in that sense. And because of that, because he wasn't just like controlling and petty and like, I'm not going to put him in I Want to Punch You, I'm going to put him in Could Be Worse. Because, like I said, he was still a good boyfriend in the beginning. So, I'm going to stick him there. I'm also going to stick Michelle in the same category. Because I don't hate Michelle enough to want to punch him. Although, again, I don't think he was necessarily a needed character. I don't think he's a fun character to have around. Like, I think Suki and Lorelai running the inn is kind of enough for the inn. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's needed to be another main character for the inn. Like, obviously there'd be like other employees, but like main character wise, TV show wise, I don't think it was necessary. And I get that, like, you know, the whole like rude French thing's meant to be funny, but, and you know, there are a few things he said that were like maybe slightly funny, humorous, but like not enough to actually like warrant an actual whole like character backstory. Like, his mother came to one episode and I was just like, why are you here? Like, I don't care. So I'm just gonna put him in there. Miss Patty, I'm gonna put in, I'm gonna put her in there because, again, I like the fact that she is a character. I think the whole like dance school thing is fun, and I do like the fact that there's loads of different quirky characters in Stars Hollow, and it's not just based on like Lorelai and Rory and like their love lives and stuff like that. Like, I like that it's like the whole town and stuff, but again, I don't think she's that relevant, so I am gonna pop her there. Jackson, however, I am gonna put in Pretty Cool because I don't think he's quite up there with Suki, just because I don't find him as funny, but I still think that he's a nice character. He's cool, he's funny, like just not as funny as Suki. He's funny, but not as funny. He's sweet though, and they're like make a cute couple, so I like that. Luke is going straight to We Love because he's attractive. Oh, I should be drinking coffee out of my Gilmore Girls cup. How cute would that be? Yeah, I think Luke's a funny character. Also, he literally just took his sister's son. Like, he just took his nephew in and just, you know, he went to buy an apartment and then he like bought the apartment next to it so that he could do all that. You know, made sure he was like at school, or tried to make sure he was at school. He's always done everything for Lorelai and Rory. He's always there for everyone. Like, I just think he's a great character. Like I said, and he's hot. So, absolutely We Love. Mrs. Kim is an interesting character because I remember growing up being like, oh my god, I hate her, like she never lets Lane do anything, da da da. But there are a few episodes where she's like made certain jokes or made certain comments and I'm like, oh, you're funny, like I like you. Plus I think that her character is such a great character. Like, I just think it's an amazing character and it's perfect and it explains so much about Lane. I just think it goes hand in hand. So I'm gonna put her in We Love, which I didn't think I was gonna do. I actually thought, when I started talking, I thought that I was going to put her in Pretty Cool, but I think she's a great character. Richard Gilmore, interesting, because him and Rory have the cutest relationship. I think he's actually passed away now, which is sad, but I really like Richard. I think that he does a lot for Rory. He always helps a little bit more when like Emily's being a bit crazy and her and Lorelai are like going at each other's throats. I feel like a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time he tries to come in and like calm down the situation. He always helps Lorelai even if like her and Emily aren't speaking. He does a lot for Rory. So I'm gonna stick, I don't think he's like the best character, so I am gonna stick him in Pretty Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna stick him in Pretty Cool. Babette, I'm gonna stick with Miss Patty, purely because I think they sort of go hand in hand with each other, and everything I said for Miss Patty is kind of the same for Babette. Like, they're funny characters, they're there, they're great, like I think they make the show good, but it wouldn't be that different. Next we have Logan Hansberger. Everyone gives Logan shit for being like, oh my god, he like sabotaged Rory's Yale and, you know, he did this and he did that. No. He helped Rory so much. Rory was so stuck in her own ways in education and, you know, or not architecture, journalism, and like, you know, I just have to do this. He really helped her relax and like calm down and enjoy her 20s. And I think that Logan was her like epic love. I just think overall he was practically kind of the perfect boyfriend. Like, he never forced her to do anything. He always, like, I just love him. I just think he was perfect. I need me a Logan in my life. I'm going straight to we love. He's definitely the best boyfriend, I think. If you can't tell, I'm team Logan or team Jess. Definitely not team Dean, but I think Logan more. I mean, he helped her in so many different ways, even in the beginning. Like, and the fact that he didn't like have a relationship with anybody until her, like, she changed him. He's so cute. Liz, Jess's mother, Luke's sister, is an interesting one too, because when she was like introduced to the show, she was kind of introduced as this like nut job who doesn't care about her son and just like does whatever she wants and blah blah blah. But her character development was really, really good. She got married, stuck to one guy. I think she got pregnant again. She tried making things work with Jess. I think that she started doing really well for herself. So I'm gonna stick her in pretty cool, because I think that she really tried to like get her act together, and just because it takes longer for her than it did other people doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. So yeah, freaking Christopher is going in could be worse. Freaking Christopher. I think that Lorelai was Christopher's epic love, but I think that Luke was Lorelai's epic love, which is a sad way to look at things, because that's really, really depressing. I'm gonna say could be worse purely because I don't want to punch him. I don't think he was a great dad to Rory, and I don't think he realised how much he fucked up. But he really did try and take the reins with Gigi when Sherry went to Paris. And I know that he like got help from Lorelai, and he came into a lot of money, which was good, because like God knows how he would have survived without it. But yeah, I just think that he tried again to like sort himself out, and I think in the Year in the Life he ended up taking over his dad's company. Which kind of sucks, because I hate when that happens, because like, you know, you want to try and get out of it. No, do you know what, no, I'm gonna move him to meh, because I hate Dean so much, and I don't hate Christopher as much as I hate Dean. They shouldn't be in the same category. So I'm gonna stick him in meh, because not the great, yeah, in the middle. He was not a great father, but like he kind of worked his way back up with Gigi. He did actually care about Lorelai. Everything he did when it came to like ruining Luke and Lorelai's relationship at the vow renewal thing, he did for love. He didn't mean it, so like he tried to make things right with Rory in the end. So we're gonna go in the middle. I think that's fair enough. April, as much as I said it wasn't her fault that Luke and Lorelai broke up, I still don't like her. She's an annoying child. She's annoying. Her glasses piss me off. The way she talks pisses me off. I just don't. She's like a B-Tech Alex from Modern Family, and it pisses me off, so I don't like her, so she's going in there. By the way, when I say I don't like them, I don't mean the people, like the actors and the actresses, I just mean the characters. Because I've seen, I can't remember her name, but the person that plays April, I've seen her do a few like interviews, and she seems really funny and nice. I just don't like her character in this. Taylor Dosey pisses me off so much. Although saying that, I live for the episodes with Luke and Taylor going at it. I think that they're great, they're amazing. I don't think the show would be the same without him. I have to say, I think that he is, because you know he's the mayor of the town. He does all the town meetings. He works at Dosey's. He's like fucking historical this and this and that, and I need you to sign this. And then he gets to take the ice cream store next door to Luke's diner. But I don't think he's not a pretty cool character. He's not cool. Do you know what I mean? Oh no, I don't know, because I'm stuck between pretty cool and meh. Because he's annoying. Like he's an annoying character, but he's a good character. Oh, do you know what? Fuck it, pretty cool. Gypsy, I think, is one of the most underrated characters. I love the episode where Dean has finally finished building Rory the car, and Rich is like, no, she can't have it, like that's not fair, and they go to get it checked at Gypsy's even though it's already been there, and she's like, it's fine, and Rich is like, check again. And then Dean and Richard are talking, and then she goes up to him and she's like, you know, oh, these came off, very dangerous, right in my hand. And he's like, you ripped them off. And she's like, yes, I did. And he's like, Gypsy, put them back. And she's like, I want to go home.
Okay, I found something wrong.
You did? What?
Windshield wipers came right off in my hand. Very dangerous. Thank God I check it again.
Gypsy, you broke those off yourself.
Yes, I did.
Put them back.
I can't look at this car anymore.
Gypsy.
I miss my home.
Put them back.
Like, it kills me every time. I just think it's great. It's such a great line. But yeah, I think that there's not that many episodes with her, I don't think. I don't know how many episodes she's been in, but every single time she's in one, she always makes me laugh. So I'm gonna stick her in We Love because I needed more episodes with her. Okay, Lulu is Kirk's girlfriend. She is so sweet. She works in a school with the kids. She went to the inn with Kirk on his rounds when he was like doing the fireplaces or something, and she was so nice to Lorelai. She was just like, you know, like, oh my god, it's so pretty, like it's so nice, da, da, da. I just think she's really nice and sweet. I'm not going to stick her in We Love because I don't think she's a relevant character that much. Like, the show without her wouldn't be any different. But I like the fact that they got Kirk a girlfriend, and there were certain things like when it was Lane's wedding and that Kirk had the yummy bartenders, and she asked for more cherries in her drink or something, and Kirk was like, they're too yummy, and she was like, I was hungry, it wasn't anything to do with that. And like, I like the little like banter between them. So I'm gonna stick her in Pretty Cool because yeah, I'm not like, she's not that relevant, she's not needed in the show, but I think she's a nice addition. Lane, I think, is a great character to have. I love her character. I think she's always been a really good friend to Rory. I think her character development was great, and the fact that she got closer with her mum over time. I like the fact that she finally was able to do what she loved in a band. I didn't like the fact that she ended up doing like a normal 9 to 5. In the Year in the Life, I don't think she actually carried on the band, which kind of sucked because I kind of wanted her to make it because she had such, not a tough upbringing, but like she had to hide basically who she was, which obviously sucks. But I do think her character idea of, you know, being an Asian kid in a family that maybe won't accept you for what you like was interesting, and the whole floorboards thing, I think it was fun. So I'm gonna stick her in Pretty Cool. Okay, Zach. I don't like the fact that Zach and her ended up together. He just seemed kind of boring to me. I feel like Lane deserved better, like more than that and better than that. Like, I think Lane and Dave should have ended up together, but obviously he left. I don't know why he left. I think he obviously went to do a different show. But in this show, it was like, oh, he went to uni, but then never came back. But yeah, I don't hate him. I don't want to punch him. I just think less than meh, because he's just like meh. Well, he didn't rush Lane to have sex, but he did propose. I don't know, man. He got really weird about the whole record label thing, and then got the tambourine person, then basically killed. I don't know. He like just ruined their like chants and stuff. So yeah, I just don't think they were meant to be. Okay, Doyle was the editor of the Yale Daily News and Paris's boyfriend/husband, and then they got divorced. But he tried it on with Rory when him and Paris broke up, and he's kind of an annoying character. So I'm gonna stick him in meh because he's kind of pointless. And lastly, we have the infamous Emily Gilmore, who I think is honestly an amazing character. I just love her. I think she's so hilarious. Obviously, it's not great that she is so like meddly and like is so like proper when it comes to Lorelai and stuff like that. But I think she's a great character. I think she's funny. I love her and Rich's relationship. Because of what's happened with her and Lorelai and certain things that happened with Rory, I am gonna stick her in Pretty Cool and not We Love, just because I think that certain things that she did, not great. But I'm not gonna stick her in meh because I don't think a lot of what she did to be malicious. Sometimes she did, but I don't think she did the majority of the time. I think that she just, the way that she was brought up, she thought that this would be the best for Rory or for Lorelai. She's like, well, this is what needs to happen. You know, I'm not gonna be friends with you. I'm telling you this is what's gonna happen. Also, they put in, you know, the money for Chilton. They paid for Yale for a little while before Christopher started paying for it. Like, they want to help. And you know, I know they were like all pissed off about the whole Friday night dinner thing, but think about the only reason she did that is because she wanted to see her, like Lorelai and Rory. So I think she's not a bad person. And that is all. I'm sorry if I've missed some characters. I can't think of who I might have missed, like actual interesting characters, but I'm sure I've missed some. That was fun. I'm glad that I did that. If you disagree with some, then do let me know in the comments below and we can have a little chat about it. And if you want me to do any more tier lists, then do let me know because this was fun. This is my like clothing drunk, apparently tier list YouTube channel. So if you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe. And I also have a second channel where I do reaction videos, so make sure to subscribe to that too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you when I see you.